Yo, what up? It's your boy Soulo. Now we back here again with another one, and this is gonna be how to have fruitful visions and just stay in a, healthy spiritual space as you go through life, and whatever trauma you're going through, whatever ups and downs you're going through, is all about, your internal spiritual tools, aka your masculine mind, and your feminine, the internal emotions, and how you internalize things outside of you, aka the physical world. People like to get lost in their mind. People like to, have rampant thoughts about reality, how their situation in life is going. They like to overthink. And when you overthink about your situation, you internalize that bullshit, your emotions. You internalize however you're thinking, ideas, your visions. You might have, negative thoughts, thoughts that don't uplift you. And when you're doing this too much as a spirit, when you're allowing, your spirit, your space, everything's space and location. You have your own individual space. And when you allow all these thoughts and, energies that you push out, aka mentalities, visions, you tend to internalize and feel these things that you think about, and that's what you're allowing in your space. All these thoughts, all these negative experiences and creations within you, and this becomes part of your physical body, your blood flow, your your flesh. When you think too much, it shows in the flesh. When you feel too much negative things, it's part of your flesh. You internalize it. Your emotions is your vibrations. So when you internalize your thoughts and all these negative things, it becomes, that frequency becomes vibrations, and vibrations is fluid, and we're made out of fluid. We're made out of water, and all these things accumulate over time, and it can cause sickness, like diseases like cancer and shit like that. And especially if your diet is bad and you're not fasting enough, or normally fasting, all these things accumulate over time. It goes beyond just things that we eat in the physical world, but that's a big detriment when it comes to the things that we eat, all these toxic foods and shit like that. These are energies, these are mentalities and vibrations that are condensed wherever it came from. So it becomes part of your flesh if you intake all these bad thoughts and energies and vibrations. And like I said, it causes sickness like cancer and shit like that. When you're in a negative space for too long, it shows. And it's all about taking accountability for yourself and giving yourself grace, and understanding that you're not perfect, but it's all about trying. It's all about trying, and it's all about uplifting yourself and aligning yourself with your spirit, what you allow in your space. Don't allow negative thoughts and emotions, thoughts and feelings to be in your space. So it's all about uplifting. It's all about acceptance, but it's also all about expanding your awareness and not being too stuck and fixated in what makes you comfortable. Because sometimes when we get too comfortable, we expect a lot, we expect more, and that's not the right way to go about it, because our spirit will never be truly fulfilled if we keep chasing the same things. So it's all about understanding and knowing ourselves, and knowing God and nature, and that we are creating our experience. Don't create a bad one for yourself. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. Peace.